Icon is a widget that displays images or symbols. Variable button is used to increase or decrease the value of a designated variable when the button is pressed. There are 3 common methods for adding icons. The first method uses the same write address and display position. The second method uses the same write address but different display positions. The third method uses different write addresses and display positions. Each method has its own purpose, and I will explain them one by one in this tutorial video. First, let's add a set of icons where the write address and display position are the same. Click on the widget icon in the toolbar. Simply select the start picture in the first icon and the last picture in the last icon. These icon pictures must be numbered consecutively, and their width and height must be identical. Enter any ID number in the default display ID field. Assign ID numbers to the 6 images. Set the ID of the first image to 0 and the last image to the highest ID number, which is 5. With these ID numbers assigned, the images can be freely referenced by other widgets. The overlap parameter controls whether the icon overlaps or replaces other widgets or images in the same location. Next, add a variable button for this set of icons. Click on the variable button in the toolbar. Add one image for the unpressed icon and another for the pressed icon. In the parameter setting window, select Write Address and modify its address to match that of the massage speed icon. The adjustment step determines the increment or decrement value when the button is pressed. To change one image per button press, enter 1 here. Set the min value and max value to match those of the icon. In the gradation parameter, user can set to increase the variable value when the button is pressed or decrease the variable value when the button is pressed. Here, select Increase. Cyclical counting is set to loop to automatically adjust the variable value when it reaches the min-max value. When the maximum value is reached, pressing the button again adjusts the value to the minimum. Similarly, when the minimum value is reached, pressing the button again adjusts the value to the maximum. If you want to pause or stop the automatic counting, set to Stop. Long press has 2 modes. When pressed once, the button is triggered once when pressed and released. When press repeat, long press is enabled. The button will be triggered continuously while it is pressed. This completes the parameter setup for the variable button. For the second set, we will add icons with the same write address but different display positions. This set also consists of 6 images, which need to be added one by one. Start by adding the first image. In the parameter first icon, select an image and set both the min display ID and max display ID to the same ID. This is because, in this case, pressing the button will display the icon and pressing others will hide it. Duplicate the other icons and modify the ID number. You can use the clone button in the toolbar or use the keyboard shortcuts Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V to copy and paste. Next, add a separate variable button for this icon. Set the write address to match the icon's address. Add step to 1, and both min value and max value to 0, the same with the ID of icon. Set gradation to increase, cyclical counting to loop, and long press to once. For the remaining variable buttons, simply duplicate the existing one. Only adjust the min value and max value to match the ID of the icon they control. For the third set, we will add icons with the different write address but different display positions. This set also consists of 5 images, which need to be added one by one. Start by adding the first image. In the parameter first icon, select an image and set both the min display ID and max display ID to 0. For the remaining 4 icons, simply duplicate the existing ones. However, this time, each copied icon's write address needs to be unique. Therefore, you must redefine the write address in the menu by checking Paste Auto Address. After this, all copied icons will have different addresses, so min display ID and max display ID remain to 0. Next, add a separate variable button for this icon. Set the write address to match the icon's address. Add step to 1. Set min value and max value to 0 and 1. This setup is because each icon has an independent address. Writing 0 to this address hides the icon, while writing 1 displays it. Set gradation to increase, cyclical counting to loop, and long press to once. Duplicate for the other 4 variable buttons to only modify the address to match the controlled icon's address. No other changes are needed. Let's build the project under the File menu. Observe the effect in our HMI display.